And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to Concordia Stadium here in River Forest as the Blue Golds of Wisconsin Eau Claire take on your Concordia Chicago Cougars here on what's been cloudy and muggy raining afternoon here in River Forest. I am Rafael Gonzalez, and I'll be doing the play duty here today. And for the Cougars, it is their last home game of the year, and in fact, their last game of the season. We'll talk more about that later on throughout the broadcast. They come with a record of 4-9 today, looking to end the year on a positive note. Meanwhile, for the Blue Golds of Wisconsin Eau Claire, they come in with a record of 6-5. While they have been pretty all right all the way this year, they've been 3-4 on the road this year. With a win today, they'll make it at a 500 mark to end their season. To take a look, Blue Golds in navy blue are going to go left to right with some yellow numbering, and your Cougars in the all white with maroon numbering going from right to left. As we get set right here for the face-off here. For the Blue Golds will be number 8, Devon Cruz, and for the Cougars, it will be number 12, Riley Ornstein. Cougars coming off of their last game, which was a loss to Aurora 15-5. Before that, they lost to Edgewood 13-10. But today they look to end their season on a high. And the Blue Golds are first possession of the day. It's a team that has offensive power. They've scored 20 goals this year on 3 or more occasions. Clearly in control right now, Alexi Romanelli, number 27, with it right now. Melli gives it up right there. Zagowitz. Now will be controlled this time. Mike Glickson. Still has it right now. Tries to find some space going across the middle. Can't play behind the net. And an opportunity and a save there by McGee on the game's opening chance right there on the shot from number 11, Regan Werner. And a turnover right there. Opportunity again for the Blue Golds here. So they now look to set things up offensively right here. And a whistle right there, and a free possession is upcoming here for the Blue Golds. Their last game was a loss to the hands of University of Wisconsin Lacrosse, 16-7. Here they look to see if they get the early 1-0 lead here on the free possession. Is number 8, Devin Cruz, is going to take it, the freshman out of St. Louis, Missouri, who comes into the day with 23 goals on the season, which is tied second with both her and her teammate number 29, Sammy Burns. We have a pause right now on the field. Starting goaltenders for both teams today for the Blue Golds is number 24, Alexandria Shea, who comes into the day giving up a little under 9 goals per game this year with a save percentage of 48. While for the Cougars, it is the senior Ryan McGee, who is giving up 2 goals on average this year per game, along with 49 save percentage. As today is somewhat of an emotional day for the Cougars. We'll get more about that in a moment. Here we go. The first opportunity for Cruz. Shot goes wide, sailing above the net right there. Possession will still stay in favor of the Blue Golds. So they're doing a really good job trying to create opportunities. They might have one right here. And there's the game's opening goal right there. The Blue Golds are up in front. They take advantage And Reagan Warner right there, number 11, the freshman out of Farmington, Minnesota, gives the game's opening goal. And the Blue Goals are up 1-0. On their third possession, the third shot of the day. And just like that, they take a 1-0 lead. Not the start that the Cougars wanted. So the Cougars team that has played to their oppositions very equally here throughout the year. They've given up 36 goals in the first, but they've also scored 33. So there's still a lot of time for them to put together something here in the first. Also the goal right there from Rona right there. It is her 21st goal on the season. She has 15 assists along with that this year. As we currently still have a stoppage currently going on the field. Now, I did mention earlier that today is the final game for the Cougars this year, as earlier today, Edgewood defeated Beloit 18-9, which left the Cougars in a three-way tie with both them, Edgewood, and Merriam vying for the last two spots in the conference tournaments. Now, Merriam had already clinched their spots earlier in the week, meaning that if Edgewood won today like they did, the Cougars would not be a part of the conference tournament after being the bridesmaid the past 2 years in the tournament final. And this year, they will unfortunately not have a chance to get their first conference tournament title. Back to the action now on the field. The Wolves once again have possession. So far, they've been controlling the game from the very beginning. Zagowitz gives it right in front across the middle right there. Gillickson gives it right back. High shot right there. Werner goes wide. So far, the Blue Golds are just moving freely wherever they want to so far early on. Werner will pick it right back up. Because right there to Zagowitz. Zagowitz right in front of the middle. And a shot right there. Looks like it hit the post. Blue Golds still have it. With still 50 seconds left on the shot clock. Plenty of time for them to find another quality shot. And Zagowitz right there falls to the ground. And change of possession here for the Cougars. This will be the first time today they'll have possession. This is Sarah Lubbock, number one right there. Gives it up there to Chloe Shafsma, who tries to spin past several Blue Gold defenders. Three of them on her right now. And relentless pressure right there from the Blue Golds is going to force a turnover right there. Great defensive efforts from them in the midfield. Zagowitz. There, Romanelli. Goes on her left. Right there has a shot opportunity. Goes wide. However, Zagowitz is right there to make sure they still have possession. Zagowitz, another pass right in front of the net. And capitalized there at that time. And the Blue Golds have a 2-0 lead here early in the first. And so far, the Cougars are stunned. We'll get confirmation of the goal scorer in a moment. The goal appears from here. We'll take a look at it in a moment. So far, the Blue Golds are up to a 2-0 lead. And this is not the start for the Cougars imagine coming into the day. Now we go back for the face-off right here. Cougars in dire need of winning the face-off here. Ball still on the ground. Who will pick it up, and it will be so a scramble right there, controlled by the Blue Golds once more. We'll get a confirmation now on the previous goal that was scored by Sammy Burns, her 24th of the year, assisted by Riley Damagala, as a third goal right there for the Blue Golds has come, and we're not even past 5 minutes here in the first. Talked about it earlier how this Blue Golds team have had numerous instances this year in which they have scored lights out, including at one point this year scoring 26 goals and a 26-3 win against the University of Wisconsin Stout. And the goal scorer for the previous goal right there was the person who assisted on the second goal, Riley Damagala. It'll be her 18th on the year. Just like that, as a 3-0 lead now. For the Blue Golds, as I mentioned earlier, how they have been electrifying this year offensively. They're including a 23-0 shutout win against Monmouth, Illinois earlier this month. But now the Cougars here, half possession in the offensive zone. Let's see what they can do with it right here. This was a team that had, in their last game against Aurora, several quality chances. They finished on a couple of those, but did not have enough chances to make a comeback in their losing efforts to them this past week. Pass right in front. Opportunity for Parker. Good save right there by the goalie, Alexandria Shea. The 5'7" sophomore right there, coming in the clutch right there early on in this one. Possession will now go in favor of the hands of the Blue Golds. It's a team that comes into today scoring a little under 14 goals, I should say, per game this year. Their last game, as I mentioned, they lost to Wisconsin Stout. Before that, previously they beat the University of Wisconsin 22-2. Here they go once more as they continue just to continuously pursue this Cougars defense and have them play in the back foot. And a pass wide open right in front of the net right there. Beautifully timed right there. Zayowitz passes along right there to number 8, Devon Cruz, and she finishes Johnny on the spot. And for Cruz, it'll be her 24th. So far, all 4 goals have come from 4 different goal scorers for the woman in navy blue. And similar situation as what happened in the last game against Aurora for the Cougars, in which they were down early on when they conceded 4 goals in the opening 5 minutes. Today, they conceded 4 goals in the opening 6 minutes, as they are putting themselves in a hole here early on. So Cruz, as we mentioned, 24th on the year. Zangwitz with the assist. It is now her 18th assist on the year. And once again, another face-off one right there by the Blue Golds. Cougars still cannot get out defensively. Now they do right here. This Parker is going to try to move it forward. Does. Passes along right there. And who has space in front of her. And now looks for some help and finds it right there in the hands of Kay Johnson. Now Beto now will play it behind the net right there. Piachowski. And he started all back over with Nays. Courage coming today, scoring 8 goals per game this year. A little bit down compared to last year's total, which has been a key issue they've had so far this season on numerous occasions. Jasma. Now Beto. 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Ornstein. Double team and even triple team for a second. Jasma. Nice. Parker got past one defender, but at the same time in the process lost possession. And an opportunity right there. Goes high above the net right there. So goal opportunity for the Cougars. Gets squandered for a moment. Shot clock now down to 7 seconds. They need to come up with something quickly right here. Johnson tries to pass it right in front of Nays right there, and Nays wasn't aware of the situation in hands. And now the Blue Goats are looking to counter. Is it Romanelli right now who controls it? Passes it up ahead forward. It Burns. And Cruz falls to the ground right there. And she'll have an opportunity right here to make it 5 here in the first. Along with that, her second of the day. She'll go one-on-one right here with McGee. Who's one-on-one with McGee. McGee with a great save right there. McGee limits the damage for now. And now she tries to get up to Ludwig. Ludwig immediately loses pressure. Wide open opportunity right in front of the nets. Ooh. And couldn't possession it right there was Werner, who had a great opportunity. But another opportunity comes up front for Burns. And she capitalizes it right there in front of the net. And makes it now 5 for the Blue Golds here. With 6:20 left here in the first. Do want to make a correction right there on the goal scorer right now for Wisconsin, Leclerc. I'll take a moment right there. We'll get a confirmation on the 5th goal scorer right here. And it was scored by number 28, Annika Melander, the freshman who has scored her first career collegiate goal. And it comes at a great time right here for the Blue Golds. And they won the face-off once more. Opportunity right in front. McGee with the save, and for a moment it appears that the ball looking at crossed past the line, and it is now a 6th goal for the Blue Golds. Just like that, in a matter of seconds between both goals. And now, this time, Alexia Romanelli now gets in on the scoring action. Her first today, her 32nd on the year, which coming into today was first in the team in that category, along with her 3 assists this year. And with still plenty of time left here in the first, things are getting out of hand really quickly here for the Cougars. They're now down 6-0. And a key reason for that has been, in this instance, once more, another face-off run right there and controlled by Leclerc. So far, they have 12 shots. 8 of those have been on target compared to only 2 shots for the Cougars. Here's Cruz. It's defended right now at the moment by Ludwig. He's going to play it back. It's Gillickson. Cruz will now have it once more and then loses possession. Weber picked up right there. Once again on the Blue Golds. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the first. And well done offensively by Ludwig, and now she'll split ahead. Looks to give it off to Nays. She does. Now Nays with running room up ahead of her. She has both Johnson and Beto. Now gives it on right there to Johnson. So they play now on the far side of the field. Now Beto right here taking a moment, looking at her options. Her best option right there is Shasma. Shasma tries to get to the middle and have a better angle for a shot, loses it, and then has to give it up to Ludwig. Now Ludwig controls it. Immediately gives it back up right there to Parker. Parker, a nice floating pass right there to Piotrowski. Has to roam behind the net. Oh, nice little spin move right there. Piotrowski still has it. And a goal for Kelly Piotrowski. And the Cougars put one up on the scoreboard. The graduates are for teaming 36th goal on the season. And with 3:51 remaining in the first, Cougars have their first one of the day. As the grad student now makes it her 36. She came into the day 8th in conference in scoring. And with a little under 4 minutes left, the deficit now is back down to 5. A nice, beautiful spoon move right there by Piotrowski. Going right in between the two Blue Gold defenders, and she is rewarded handsomely right there for a goal. So add that to her highlight reel. What a year she's had, especially when you compare to last season. She had 10 goals last season. This year, she has nearly quadrupled that this year. Still time left for her to reach the 40 goal mark this year. She'll need one more today. There's an opportunity. Emerge gets shut down right there by the Cougars defense. There's Sela. Dispossessed right there at a very bad spot. Zagowitz. Ooh, McGee right there. Ooh, ball nearly went past the net. Zagowitz now plays behind the net now. Gillickson. Shot looks like got blocked on the way through. And possession will now go ahead to the Cougars. This is Kelly Sela. And another turnover right there. Blue Golds looking to get back into work right here offensively. And a pass right in front of the middle of Zagowitz. Oh, great save right there by McGee. Still opportunity right in front of the net. And McGee now controls it. What a great opportunity in front for Zagowitz. And a great job as well as the McGee right there. Reacting immediately to the shot. And now McGee heaves it upwards. Finds Piotrowski. Piotrowski being swarmed right now by two Blue Gold midfielders. Continue to get swarmed. Gives it right there to Shasma. Shasma now moves it up ahead now, and now they are in the Blue Gold defensive zone. Shasma has an opportunity here. Has a shot and a save right there by the netminder, Shea right there. Ludwig So the pass right there to Ornstein. Ornstein will pick it up on the ground ball right there. Here's Parker, and here's Johnson now. Pito. Piotrowski. Shafsmo and Ornstein. So I play a bit of hot potato between each other. Parker looking to find someone across the middle. Finds it right there at Johnson. Johnson cannot control it. Looks it now. Looks like it now. She does. Nice pass right there to Zygowitz. And right now, roaming behind the net. The Muluga. Under a minute left here in the first. Zygowitz, high points the pass right there. Romanelia, that goes high above the net. Zygowitz, nice job there defensively by Sela. Now they'll look to work against up top. This is Burns now who has it. Burns now trying to get herself a shot. And she'll have a shot with 3.7 seconds left here in the quarter on free possession. Burns, she'll look to get her second of the day. Burns looking to get herself a second. And it looks appear to have been Sarah McGee, and the horn sounds, and that's how the first quarter is going to come to an end. Or if the Cougars down 6-1 against the Blue Golds of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. We'll be back shortly for the start of the second here in River Forest. Of the second quarter of what was a cloudy first quarter, both literally and figuratively for the Cougars as they are down 6-1 against the Blue Golds of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. However, first quarter ended on a high note with a goal by Kelly Piotrowski, the graduate student. Her now team leading 36th goal of the year. She is now 4 goals away from reaching the 40-goal mark this season. Set here for the face-off right here to start off the second quarter here in River Forest. And we're off and running once more here. Possession will immediately go first hand here to the Cougars. Look at the first quarter stats for both teams. Blue goals of 16 shots, 11 of those on target resulting in 6 goals. So the Cougars had 4 shots, 3 of those on target, resulting in one Piotrowski goal up to this point. And that's where we stand so far here in this one. And what is the 22nd and final home game this year for the 6 seniors on this team, which we'll talk more about that as the broadcast where it goes along. For now, here on the action here, Beto now playing on the near side of the post right here. Good defensive work right now by the Blue Goals right now. Not allowing any good viable options right across the middle of the net. Johnson gets double teamed. And Shasmo trying to win the race to get it back. Now Ludwig has a tussle right there with Cruz. Possession will stay in favor of the Cougars. Two seconds left remaining, and we'll end up with a shot clock. Shea sends it way up ahead right there, and received perfectly right there by Burns. Burns was one of the 6 different players on the team who have scored in the first quarter. And so far, those 6 goals have been a big difference so far in this game. Cougars have struggled this is in the second quarter. They give up 46 goals, which is the most goals they concede to opponents in a single quarter this year. So hopefully today, that will not be the same story. Here we go with Parker. Spreading upwards ahead. Now has a little bit of space now between her and the next Blue Gold player. Now gives it up right there to Johnson. Now Beto patrolling behind the net. High point pass right there to Piotrowski. She gets it. Now she has to find someone. Piotrowski right there. Shot. It was saved right there by Shea. There's days now. It's Parker. And a high point lob right there. Beto on the shot. Bounces wide right there on the right side of the net. Still an opportunity. Lings ahead. And a pass directly behind the net falls right there into the basket right there. The stick, I should say, of Shea. Now here comes Cruz now. Has some space. Then gets met defensively right there by Sela. Cruz. Pass right in front right there to Dom Agala right there. Is avoided. And a turnover right there by McGee is going to lead to an opportunity. Now sprinting up ahead now. Werner has a shot. Does not get on target. McGee. Shot clock resets now back up to a full 90. Ludwig. Ludwig is chased from behind right there by Werner. Loses possession for a moment, and then she'll have it once more. It's right there to Ornstein. Play continues. Ornstein loses it, and it's picked up right there by Hansen, and now in control right now is Kraus. So far, the Blue Wolves have been patient as a shot right there misses the mark on target. (9:10) left here in the second. Score remains the same as it did at the end of the first, 6-1. Cougars have done a much better job so far as a team, both offensively and defensively. Johnson being double teamed right there, and lose possession as a result of it. There's Werner. Werner now goes from one side to the other. Shot misses it once more. On what is now the 19th shot of the day for the woman out of Wisconsin. Pass goes sailing through everyone. And the Cougars will retake possession right here. Nays immediately gets pressure, has to get up right there to Johnson, who finds himself trapped in the corner and loses it right there immediately. Damogala. Pass sails on the far reach right there, Zygowitz. Ludwig. Ornstein can't get the pass from Ludwig, and now here we go once more. Cougars so far with 14 turnovers so far compared to the only 8 from the Blue Golds. Cougars look to get out of their defensive zone, but they're having issues of doing that at the moment. And they're still trying to get out of their defensive zone right here. Sayla tries to pass it up ahead, and a good job there defensively that time by Zygowitz. As the freshman has done a really good job both offensively and defensively for Wisconsin Eau Claire. Gulixen gives up right there. Romanelli. Oh, he defended right there. Gets double team. Has to retreat. There's a whistle right there. An opportunity right here for Romanelli, the sophomore out of Naperville, Illinois, who scored in the first. Looking to get her second of the day. Romanelli gets denied right there by McGee. Numerous times we've seen so far in today's game, McGee coming up big time defensively as the goalkeeper. So far, limited damage so far. What is now her sixth save on the day so far. So another turnover right there against the Cougars. And so far, turnovers have been killing them up to this point. But they commit one for the Blue Golds. And here's Piotrowski right here. Good stop. Goes right there to Parker. Parker might have an opportunity right here. Parker gets denied right there by Shea in front of the net. The netminder for Wisconsin Eau Claire comes up once again from another good stop. And the pass right there is going to result in a turnovers. And Shea was trying to give it up right there. DeSalle was there. So we have a stoppage right now with 4:37 remaining here in a second for halftime. Play resumes once more. Bito. Giving out instructions right now, the senior captain. Bito might try to take it on herself. Instead, gives it on right there to Johnson. Johnson gets pushed right there in front of the net. An opportunity right here for Kate Johnson to get her sixth goal on the season, the junior out of Lincoln, Nebraska. And Johnson looked like she was trying to pass it right there to one of her teammates, and immediately gets disrupted right there by the Blue Golds. Vito, nice move trying to cut inside, can't do so, so Nays now will have it. Shasma down to Ornstein. She's now working up top here. Ornstein, a nice play defensively there for stick. By Tritt Chandler. Right there. That's in a possession. .245 left here before halftime. Now here comes Burns. Right there. The Kraus. There's an opportunity once again. So far, Wisconsin could have not capitalized on one of the previous four opportunities, but on their fifth attempt right here, kind of capitalize it. And there will be 0 for 5 now for position opportunities. This is a shot who goes wide above the net right there of McGee. Kraus. He's going to fling it back right there to Burns. Burns gets met right there by Sela, and now has to rethink her options right here. Manelli. Shot goes wide to the left. 14 seconds will remain on the shot clock, however, for the Bugles. Five seconds remaining on the shot clock. Getting a shot here immediately. And be a foul and change of possession right here. So what can the Cougars do right here as we're veering towards halftime? Parker also right there. Good defensive work right there once again by the Blue Goals. That's been the key difference so far in the midfield as we are approaching the 1 minute mark here in the quarter. Ball passes through everyone. Perkins now just flings it upwards. Good looks to work offensively right here. Parker lost it for a second, picks it up. And a towering pass right there. Pierre Chassis gets spread right there by Filippi. And we're less than 10 seconds remaining here. And it looks like the score will remain as it is right now with the Blue Golds of Wisconsin-Eau Claire up 6-1 against your Concordia Chicago Cougars here at home. As we will be back here shortly for the start of the second half with stats and much more. Welcome back here to the River Forest here as the sun has here to shine upon these players here. As the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire made the trip down here to River Forest and so far up 6-1 against your Concordia Chicago Cougars in their last game of the season. As they were up 6-1. The 6 goals from the Blue Gold have come from 6 different players on the team so far. Meanwhile, for the Cougars, they have 1 goal so far from the beautiful goal of Kelly Piotrowski, her the 6th goal on the year. Other stats to look at, for both teams. 22 shots compared to 8 right now for the Blue Golds compared to the Cougars. Turnovers, a 6 differential between both teams. The Cougars have 19 turnovers compared to 13 on the Blue Golds. As for both goalkeepers so far, Alexandria Shea so far with 4 saves on the 5 shots she has faced on target, while for the Cougars, Ryan McGee has 6 saves on 13 shots, and 1 team save as well. As we are set here for the start of the second half, as it has already begun. Opening 13 seconds. Cougars team that had a chance their past 2 conference games to make it to the conference tournament. Unfortunately, they lost to both Edgewood and Aurora. Have since now officially confirmed that they will not be a part of the conference tournament this year, in a season in which they had such very high hopes for them, the players. They've talked about how this year they wanted the opportunity as a chance up in front of them right here for the Blue Golds. They still have an opportunity right here. As see who picks up the ground ball right here, picked up by the Blue Golds. Opportunity emerges right here for Burns. Now has to play it off right there, and a bouncing shot. Looks like it was saved by McGee on the shot by Salwasser. And a nice play defensively right there by Shafsma. However, Blue Golds still have it right here. And a wide open opportunity right in front. And in between the legs of McGee, O'Reilly Damalaga with a goal. It's her second of the day. She becomes the first 2-goal scorer for the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. And it is now 7 for them in this one. It is now her 19th on the year. As we've seen numerous times in this game, the movement offensively by the Blue Golds has allowed them to have numerous opportunities one-on-one with no defenders in sight, and they've capitalized on a couple of those, just like the one right there by Damalaga. It's her 19th on the year, and Romanella for assist, which is her 5th. There's Parker right now with it. Goes right past everyone right here. Has a shot. And now a little bit of a scramble right there between Johnson and Salwasser. Now Pizza will give it up right there to Nays, who gives it immediately to Ornstein. And Ornstein now. High arcing pass right there to Parker, who gets it. As now they pass it around between turtle, almost like in an oval shape. Beto looking for someone to make a cut, but so far this Blue Gold defense does a tremendous job limiting the opportunities the Cougars have had so far. They only had 9 so far in this game. So Ornstein behind that, plays in front of it For a whistle right there and a foul. An opportunity here for Ornstein to get herself one here. She has scored in 9 consecutive games coming into today. Can she make it 10 to end the year? Ornstein passes right to the Beto, but it's going to fall right there. And Parker, however, hits the side of the net. Now Ludwig. Sayla. And now once again, this is Cruz right here. Strolling through the middle, and now he's going to just lay it off right there for Werner. Nice work there defensively by Beto as Ludwig. Falls to the ground and gets back up immediately. And now they play with McGee, who will launch it upwards ahead and does. Sayla. And Johnson is unable to control it on her stick. Which now will be the 22nd turnover of the day for the Cougars. And a goal up right there for the Blue Gold, and it makes it 8 on the day for them. As they've now scored 2 goals here in the third quarter after they were previously shut out in the second quarter. So Romanelli right there, Alexi Romanelli to be specific, gets herself her second goal of the day. And it will be her 33rd on the year. The lead now is up to 8 right here. Burns right here looking to get a hat trick. Has to retreat backwards. Finds Werner right in the middle, and Werner's going to have a chance right here. Free possession opportunity. Can she become the third score today for the Blue Gold to have 2 goals in this one? She'll join Domogala and Romanelli. They haven't scored in a free possession. And they haven't still yet. So it'll be now 6 free possession opportunities they've had, and they haven't converted it in a single one up to this point. Ornstein looks to push it out defensively, does, and now Beto will look to get it up offensively. Before she gets caught from behind right there by Werner. Nelly Ludwig again defensively. So everyone says that she's been really good defensively up to this point today. And unfortunately, there she gets stripped right there on the ball. Nelly. Really pass right there and finds Tamagala right there for the hat trick. And it's a 9 goals now for Wisconsin Eau Claire. And it's now a 9-1 lead for the Blue Gold. That's the junior of Bloomington, Minnesota. Gets herself her third hat trick on the season. Her first one came in that 26-3 win against University of Wisconsin Stout, and the previous one was also against University of Wisconsin Stout in the home series, along with a 3-goal game against Mom Chicago. So it's her fourth hat trick on the year, I should say. And the face up under control goes once again to the Blue Golds. Here's the, we'll look to now make it 10 right here. Cruz tries to spin out of the situation and gets hit right there on her wrist. So now Cruz, they've gone all for 6 at this point for possessions. Can they compromise right here and make it 10? A little bit of a stop it right there. They try to situate the shot clock right here. And Cruz, good save right there by McGee. As Cruz right there immediately went for the shot. And Ornstein now is going to take it on her own. Evades past several players, and now it's going to give the responsibility off right there to Parker. And she immediately gets the responsibility back. And a change of possession. Pass right there. Werner's going to have an opportunity right here and capitalizes it. And now makes it 10 with the Blue Golds. And for Werner, that'll be her second of the day. It's now a 10-1 lead. As the traveling fans of Wisconsin Eau Claire are delighted, including their flagman, who is now taking a seat after it's been a long day's work for him so far, marching up and forth, waving the flag. So on the 29th shot for the Blue Golds, they have now made it 10. They're 1 goal away from making it now a 10-goal lead. Reverse 22nd on the year. Burns with an assist. So now she has 2 assists along with a goal. So it's her 4th assist of the season, her 2nd of the day. Zagowitz. Flag is down. And now Burns from the far side on the field on the left is going to have a chance right here. Let's see what she does. Will she make it a 10-goal lead? Burns does so. It is now an 11-1 lead, and they are now up by 10 with 6 minutes and counting here in the third. Burns now has a pair of both goals and assists. Burns is 25th on the year. Possession control once more right here. A lot of blue golds right here. Romanelli still has it. It's been roaming around the field. Here's Valois. Now Wickersham has it. Kraus. 10 seconds left on the shot clock right here. And another pass right in front of the net right there. This time it gets spread defensively right there by Bito. There's still an opportunity lingering. And the damage is avoided. Ludwig and Ludwig's possession. An opportunity is going to emerge from it. Kraus cannot get the pass. Pass goes all the way back out. Romanelli gets cut across the middle and finds an opportunity right there for Valois. Save right there by McGee. And McGee now will have it. Now we have a whistle right here. The refs discussing. Pass right there to Romanelli. And tries to flick it towards the net. Ludwig. Right to Parker now. And it gives it right there to Perkins. Perkins getting chased right there. And nearly getting picked off right there from Filippi. It's Piechowski. Flipping again defensively. Piechowski has an opportunity right here to go on goal. However, all right, well done there by Emile Shea once more. And fun. Getting hit on the ground right there was Novak, and she is currently down at the moment. And we'll take a quick break. Action for minute 50 left here in third, as Novak, number 3, the midfielder for the Blue Goals, was down on the field. However, she walked on her own power, so that's a good sign to see right there. As we resume once more, as Wisconsin Clare up 11-1 on the Cougars here on the final game of the year for CUC. Floys. An opportunity once again emerges right in front of the nets. Romanelli gets herself a hat trick as well. And it's a 12-1 lead now. She continues to have a great year. Romanelli has scored in every single game apart from the opening game of the year against Southwestern Texas. Outside of that, she has 7, now 8 hat tricks to her name this year. As we are winding down here in the third quarter. Right there for Romanelli to get herself a 4th right there, but Ludwig picks it up, and that's how the third quarter is going to come to a close. 45 minutes have been finished, 15 more to go, as Cougars down 12-1 here against the Blue Golds. The 2023 season for the women's lacrosse team is really unfortunately about to end here as we get set here for the fourth quarter, as they are down 12-1 against the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Blue Gold's coming in River Force today with 6 goals in both the first and third quarter, and that has been the major difference so far in this one. Stats now: 32 shots compared to 10 right now for the Blue Golds compared to the Cougars. Also turnovers, 27-9 in favor of the Blue Golds. As today marks the 22nd and final home game for the 6 seniors who were celebrated a couple of weeks ago in Senior Day. Those being Ryan McGee, Chloe Shasma, Bryn Beto, Nina Nays, Riley Ornstein, and Madison Perkins. As they are referred here as the golden generation of women's lacrosse, as they have turned the program single-handedly around, in which the program, when its inception happened in 2016, were not that good to say the least. But since then, since 2020, they've had a record of 28-16, along with 2 conference semifinals appearances. Unfortunately, lost in both of them. But that does not, without doubt, shy away from how well this program has been over the past few years. And the biggest question looking upwards is how the future holds for women's lacrosse here, as, if not correctly, only 6 players on the current roster right now are not a senior or graduate student, so there's potential to be a lot of turnaround on this roster next year, as they might be heading towards a little bit of a retooling phase when we see them again next spring. But for now, they are still have a game, to finish, as I look to end this game a little bit on a high note right here, as look forward to see if they win the quarter or not. Another goal right there for the Blue Gold is now 13 for them today, as they have started off this fourth quarter coming out with on the Lightning. So 12:45 left. Now make it a 13-1 lead. And the goal right there, the newest goal scorer for them today is number 5, Reagan Malois, her 7th goal on the season, her first today. She now makes it a 12-goal lead now for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. After today, let's look ahead in their schedule. They would have an exhibition game actually tomorrow morning against Marquette's Golden Eagles. Not the starting team, but the B team, in fact. So that'll be happening tomorrow. Whereas for the Cougars, we'll have to see what happens. See if the schedule comes out later next year. Cougars have it right now in the offensive zone, so let's see what they will do with it right here. Kayla Petrovsky has been the only goal scorer so far on the day. She is looking to chase 40 goals on the year. Needs to have 4 goals in this quarter to accomplish that mark. Petrovsky trying to get one right here. Tries to spin back to the middle. Can't. Finds a pass to Johnson. Shot gets blocked right in front of the net. And now cleared away. Ricochet now. Comes Burns now. It's a 3-on-2 disadvantage at the moment. Barnes. Ball still up for grabs for either team. And it's finally picked up in the air by Johnson. Who gives it up to a speedy Shasma, who loses it from behind. And then Johnson right there charges right in front over Kersham, who gets immediately back up. Lloyd gives it right there to Romanelli. Romanelli gets stood up right there defensively by Perkins. And then finds a pass right there to a blue gold attacker right there in Williams. And now the Cougars look to get it out defensively, and it looks like they will. Orangey now will give it off right there to Shasma, who gets it right there. Trowski gets it right there to Nays. Nays. Shot goes wide right there in front of the net. And Shea will play it out from her net. And flings it upwards right there. And caught it immediately right there is Kraus. Who then gives it right there to Cruz. Now Cruz will play from the far side of the field. Perfectly catched right there. And Kraus, defended by Sarah, is going to now go freely behind the net. Oh, it's a nice job there defensively by Ludwig. Just a really good job defensively here today with 6 ground ball pickups. Most by any player today on the field. Here's Nays. And a collision right there. Chasma falls down right there. She was squished between two Wisconsin Eclair players. She's going to have an opportunity right here to get herself on the score sheet today and give the Cougars their first goal since late of the first. Shasma looking to get herself a goal and loses possession. However, she will get an opportunity to make it up. Shasma, who scored her first career goal in the first game of the year. This time it's going to lead off right to Ornstein. And Ornstein now makes it 10 consecutive games to round out the season for goal. With her 26th goal now on the season. It is the first goal since the late first quarter. As it is a 13-2 deficit. Lawrence gets on the board. The senior out of Walnut Creek, California. And the also one right here by the Cougars. Here's Parker. And gets his possess, but a whistle right there. As we are just slightly over 5 minutes remaining here in the contest. Petrowski. Just getting stonewalled right now by the Blue Golds. Passes that goes behind it on purpose right there to Beto. Let's see. Parker. Beto. Ornstein. And foul right there, and Ornstein's gonna get a chance to get 2 goals in a matter of minutes right here. It's a pretty an opportunity for her. Ornstein to get her second of the day, and can't do so right there as a save from the netminder, number 24, Alexandria Shea. Chowski double teamed. And it's going to shot clock violation. Pass right there. Out of goal to finish it off right there. And it's now the 14th for Wisconsin Eau Claire. We'll get confirmation of the goal scorer. And it's the sophomore Carmen Erickson out of Aurora, Minnesota. The sophomore gets her second goal of the season, her 8th appearance for the team this season. As it is now a 14-2 lead with 2.5 remaining in the game. Here it goes. That's Air Clear going once more here. Looking to make it 15 before the game ends right here. Against now Beto. Up here, Travis. Can the Cougars get one more goal before the year ends? Petrowski might get it right here. And a save once more by Shea. 1 minute remaining. Sorensen can't shake past Werner. But Argentina's going to have a chance right here to give the Cougars their third goal of the day right here. He's going to pass it right there to Bito on the shot. Goes towering above the net. "15 seconds remaining. The Cougars now looking at just getting their goal on the board for the season ends. Piotrowski tries that, and it goes wide, and that may very well be the last shot of the 2023 season for the Cougars as the horn will sound, and the Blue Golds of University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire are victorious by the final score of 14-2 against your Cougars from Concordia, Chicago. And unfortunately, the season now for the Cougars is over. As with today's result earlier from today from Edgewood defeating Beloit, Edgewood will be the fourth and final seed in the conference tournament, and the Cougars are out as the first ones out to not make the tournament. In a year in which they had very high expectations for themselves, and unfortunately, this is the end of the line for the 6 seniors. And we'll see what the future brings to this program here in about 10 months' time. Take a look at a couple of stats in this game. For the Cougars, they had 2 goal scorers today on their 17 shots, which only 7 of those were on target. Goal scorers from Kelly Piotrowski, who will end the season with 36 goals, which will lead the team. Riley Ornstein with 1 goal herself, which is 26, which will be second on the team. And Jessica Parker, who did not score in this game, however, she will finish top 3 in goals with 22 this year. Meanwhile, for Wisconsin Eau Claire, they had hat-tricks from both number 27, Alexi Romanelli, and number 2, Riley Domagala. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us throughout this entire spring for both women's and men's lacrosse. We hope you enjoyed this season, and we'll be back before you know it in short time. This is Rafael Gonzalez here live from Concord Stadium, and as always, go Cougars!